Welcome to The Explainer. Listen, if you're a busy professional, you already know that protecting your cognitive edge is literally your most important long-term investment, right? But there's this silent, microscopic threat to that edge that we're all encountering every single day. Okay, let's dive into this. Consider this your urgent executive briefing on exactly how to preserve your long-term cognitive health by detoxifying your brain from microplastics.
Just take a look at this number, 7. I mean, it seems super small, right? But this actually represents a pretty shocking biological reality. Recent reports are showing that the average person has bioaccumulated 7 grams of plastic right in their brain. Just to put that into perspective, that's roughly the weight of a standard credit card, sitting right inside your most vital complex organ. These plastics, along with what we call forever chemicals, literally bind with proteins in your blood and they build up over time. They don't just pass through, they stay there.
Now, you might naturally assume your filtering organs, like the liver or the kidneys, would bear the brunt of all these environmental toxins. But the data actually shows something else entirely. The brain accumulates the most microplastics of any organ in the human body. We're talking between 7 to 30 times more microplastics than the liver and the kidneys. The brain is uniquely vulnerable here, which is exactly why we absolutely have to take action today. So here is our strategic mitigation plan for today's briefing. We're going to cover the threat landscape, the journey of everyday toxins, our biological defense systems, nutritional support, and finally, a non-toxic environment protocol. Let's get into it. Starting off with part 1, the threat landscape and the recycling myth. We've all basically been conditioned to look for that little triangle of arrows on the bottom of our containers, right? Makes us feel good about tossing them in the blue bin. But guys, that recycling symbol is largely a scam designed to keep us buying and consuming plastic without the guilt. Honestly, only a dismal 9% of all plastics are actually recycled. The vast, overwhelming majority, like 91%, are either incinerated directly into the air we breathe, or they sink to the bottom of the ocean, breaking down into the exact microplastics that eventually end up inside us. And this brilliantly illustrates what's really going on behind the curtain. Industry documents actually reveal that insiders concluded a long time ago that the infrastructure for true recycling just wasn't there. Making brand new plastic from fossil fuels is almost always cheaper than recycling it. The industry basically knew that if the public thought recycling was working, we wouldn't be as concerned. So until new tech like plastic-eating microbes or enzymes are fully scaled up, we're really on our own to manage this threat.
Moving on to part 2, the journey of everyday toxins.
So how exactly does a credit card's worth of plastic end up inside your head? Well, it happens through these seemingly harmless daily conveniences. Step 1, you slice some vegetables on a plastic cutting board, which creates these tiny microabrasions that deposit invisible plastic particles right into your food. Step 2, you heat up a bag of microwave popcorn, and that intense heat actually extracts plastics right from the bag's lining. Step 3, you consume these foods and the forever chemicals enter your bloodstream, binding straight to your proteins. And finally, step 4, because of the brain's unique structure, these plastics completely bypass standard bodily filters and lodge directly into your brain tissue. Crazy, right? And the threat isn't just cutting boards and microwaves either. There are all these hidden hazards you probably don't even think twice about. Your daily cup of tea? Yeah, many commercial tea bags actually contain plastic. Your dental floss? Often coated in forever chemicals. What about that canned carbonated water you might be sipping at your desk right now? The inside of those cans is literally lined with a very thin layer of plastic. Even your dishwasher pods are encased in a type of plastic that just washes right over the plates you eat off of. These are stealth sources, quietly adding to your daily toxic load without you even realizing it.
All right, let's look at part 3, biological defense, specifically sleep and fasting.
The good news is, your body actually has a highly efficient built-in janitorial staff. There's this specialized lymphatic system in our brain that acts exactly like a dishwasher. It flushes out metabolic waste, toxicity, and even helps to clear out these accumulated plastics. But here's the catch. This system is strictly activated during high-quality, deep sleep. If you're constantly burning the midnight oil and skimping on restorative rest, your brain's dishwasher basically never gets turned on. Prioritizing deep sleep is absolutely non-negotiable for detoxifying your brain. The second biological defense we have is a mechanism called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's deep cleaning crew that goes in, recycles damaged cellular components, and clears out toxicity. And the absolute best way to trigger this internal cleanup? Fasting. But a simple overnight fast isn't quite going to cut it here. To get into a deep enough state of autophagy to really help combat these plastics, you need to push that fasting window to at least 18 hours.
It is an incredibly powerful, entirely free tool to systematically clean house from the inside out. That brings us to part 4, nutritional support and detox.
Plastics and forever chemicals create massive amounts of oxidative stress in the body. So to counter this, you really need a strong antioxidant defense system. First off, load up your diet with foods high in sulfur. That means plenty of garlic, onions, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. And for the busy professional looking for a high ROI supplement stack, you'll definitely want to consider adding targeted natural remedies. N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, milk thistle, and bile acids like 2-DCA are incredibly potent, proven supplements that specifically support your body's natural detoxification pathways and help manage that chemical burden.
Finally, part 5, the non-toxic environment protocol. Let's make this actionable.
Let's do a quick audit of your office workflow and supplies. First, replace those plastic water bottles at your desk with a high-quality stainless steel bottle. If you make coffee, ditch the standard plastic-infused filters for certified biodegradable ones. And perhaps most importantly, the crucial point is this: if you're drinking standard city tap water, you are drinking microplastics. You absolutely must invest in a highly rated water filter designed to remove plastics, or even better, a whole house filtration unit. You've got to control your primary hydration source.
Now, let's look at your kitchen. Those plastic cutting boards, they have to go immediately. Swap them out for solid wood. Get rid of any scratched Teflon pots and replace them with stainless steel or ceramic cookware. And here's a surprising one for you: standard sea salt. Because our oceans are so polluted now, ocean sea salt contains microplastics. Switch to salt mined from ancient, unpolluted seabeds instead. And please, throw away the plastic food storage and upgrade to glass containers. Let me be perfectly clear on this next point. Microwaving your food in any type of plastic is a total baseline violation for your cognitive health. Just never do it. The final touches are your personal care items. It's all about lessening your total daily load. You can easily switch to bamboo toothbrushes where the bristles are actually made of bamboo, not nylon plastic. Look for plastic-free cleaning sponges at the grocery store. For women, switch to 100% organic cotton tampons to avoid forever chemicals. And if you're feeding an infant, breast milk is obviously best. But if you must use a bottle, absolutely insist on glass bottles with pure silicone nipples rather than plastic. Every single one of these little swaps matters.
All of these steps lead to a fundamental paradigm shift. Standard medicine basically operates on a reactive model, right? They offer screenings every 6 months as you age, just hoping to catch a disease in its early stages so they can treat it with medication. That's not prevention. That's just early detection of an already existing problem. True prevention is what we're talking about today. Aggressively and proactively reducing your toxic load and your exposure to forever chemicals right now, long before the damage is even done. So I want to leave you with this thought today. Look around your home, look at your desk right now, and ask yourself, are your daily conveniences secretly costing you your long-term cognitive health? The science is incredibly clear. The microplastics are very real, but the power to change your environment is entirely in your hands. Make the swaps, protect your deep sleep, and start preserving your brain today. Spread the word to your colleagues, and thanks for joining me for this explainer.